What if I told you there's a small beach town where the sand stretches for miles, the breeze is warm, and the views are nothing short of magical? A place where you can eat seafood caught just that morning by fishermen. There's even a quaint little lighthouse that feels like it belongs in a movie. In this town, kite surfers, animals, and fishermen coexist. Murals decorate the walls, and art is celebrated everywhere. You might even fall in love with this place. This is El Cuyo. Positioned on a narrow strip of land between a marsh and the Gulf of Mexico, El Cuyo is remote and a bit harder to get to than some of Mexico's more popular beach towns. But for those seeking true relaxation or for those fond of water sports, it's absolutely worth the trip. We got there by taking the ADO bus from Mérida to Valladolid. You can also take the train, which we did on the way back. From Valladolid, we caught another bus to the town of Tizimin, which took about an hour. There are buses that you can take to get to El Cuyo, but we opted to take a taxi. Upon entering El Cuyo, you'll see the little town with a population of around 2,000 people. There are so many restaurants here, and of course what stands out is the iconic lighthouse. You can easily get around by foot wherever you need to go here. And if you are carrying a lot of stuff, or if you just don't really feel like walking, it's also possible to order a Mototaxi. You can just text the number on the sides of the Mototaxis to arrange for a pickup on WhatsApp. We ordered one the day that we were carrying a bunch of stuff to the beach, and it was a convenient way to get around.
Take it easy, whatever ailment you have.
Out of our 4 days on the beach, only 3 people approached us to sell things. One had snacks, one was selling jewelry, and another sold ceviche. We ended up getting his number on WhatsApp, and we later ordered the tastiest shrimp ceviche I ever tried, and he told us it was made by his wife. We actually ordered this twice because it was so good. Good seafood is definitely not in short supply here. There are so many places where you can get delicious food like El Pato. It's honestly a great restaurant if you want to try stuff like ceviche, empanadas, my dad had octopus, or even breaded shrimp. There are tons of great seafood options. For breakfast, I highly recommend El Tata. The mole was absolutely delicious. My whole family loved their meals too. I also asked where the name comes from, and the waiter said it was the first sound their son made and named the restaurant after that, so I thought that was a cute little story. Another great spot is Rey David. We had just been wandering around when a man on a motorbike stopped and showed us the menu, so we followed him and we ended up really liking the place. We had everything from milanesa to chilaquiles, which was all super tasty. They had good service, good vibes, and we ended up coming here twice because my parents liked it a lot. If you're in El Cuyo on a Sunday morning, El Amigo Hector is a must. It's a busy little food stand that serves amazing cochinita pibil, but get there early, it sells out fast, and honestly, it's worth a taste. If you're in Yucatán and you've never tried cochinita, you need to try it, but it's only on Sunday mornings. Spending time at the beach is the thing to do in El Cuyo. Just know that it gets really windy, but that wind is perfect for kite surfing. To the right of the pier, you'll see people doing all kinds of impressive tricks. But there are also several kite surfing schools in town offering lessons if you're a newbie. As for where we stayed, we started off in a place called Costa Esmeralda. The rooms were on the older side, but I really liked it because it was affordable and in a great location. Then we stayed at Apartamentos del Mar at Cuyo, which was a bit hit and miss. Again, it was nice and affordable, but it was a bit further back, and the bottom floor that I was in didn't have a toilet seat, so that was kind of weird. But my parents' room had a nice balcony, and both rooms did have a little kitchen area, so if you want to make your own food, that's also a great choice. We also really liked the rooftop, which had epic views over the town and ocean. The cool thing is, no matter where you stay in El Cuyo, everything is within walking distance anyway. Just don't pack heels. Some roads get super muddy when it rains, so stick to sandals and practical footwear. For supplies, there are produce shops, tienditas for snacks and drinks, a pharmacy, and even a laundromat. I don't speak perfect Spanish, but it definitely does help knowing the language. When we dropped off our laundry, the lady didn't speak any English, which is totally fine. We are in their place after all. But I was able to translate for my family, so we were all able to figure out when to pick up our clothes thanks to knowing Spanish. Interestingly, we saw more Europeans than people from Canada and the United States in El Cuyo. One of the rock climbing signs even had a German translation. It was cool seeing that mix of visitors, but no matter where you're from, remember the golden rule: respect the locals, respect the land, and just be really conscious of your impact and what places you support. If you do come to El Cuyo, make sure to wake up early at least one morning to catch the sunrise. Also, make sure to bring cash when visiting El Cuyo. There is an ATM in the main plaza, but it's not always stocked, so it's better to have cash on hand before coming. You'll need that cash to buy cool artisanal items. My favorite shop was this one that sold beautiful plants and seashell crafts. There aren't many souvenir shops, but there's a clothing store, and right next to it, a place where you can rent bikes by the hour or for the day. There are also some great sweet treats around town. You can grab ice cream or smoothies from La Paleteria del Cuyo, where a little boy made us our drinks right in front of us. It was so cute. You could tell it was like a little family business. There's also La Chata, which is upstairs and perfect in the evening for visiting with friends, family. It was just such a nice vibe there. However, one of our absolute favorite things became the marquesitas stand. Marquesitas are like this crunchy sweet dessert made with queso de bola and with a topping of your choice. Nutella is the most popular choice, so it is really a must-try combination. The line can get long, but it's so worth it. We were totally regulars here. We kept coming back every evening because my brother loved this, and honestly I did too. It's so fun. If you're in the mood for something savory and also interesting, there is a little green stand in the plaza area that sells tostitos con esquites, which is like a mix of corn, mayo, cheese, and chips, and all kinds of toppings. One bag is probably enough for a few people to share because it is pretty heavy, but it's definitely a fun street snack to try. As for nightlife, El Cuyo is very chill. Most of the options in the evening are restaurants. La Lupita is one of them. Simple, traditional food that just hits the spot. Another place with traditional food is Loncheria El Amigo Willy, which we ordered to go and was a hit as well. There's also a pizza place we liked called La Cangreja Reina, run by a local family. We went a couple of times and loved their boneless chicken and also the Mexican pizza, which was our favorite amongst the margarita and the pepperoni options. You should also go to La Conchita, which is honestly huge inside. It has a bunch of tables and they have really really good food options too. We only discovered this place on our last night, but we had been saying how we would have liked to try more of their food options had we known about it earlier. There really isn't a lot going on after supper in the evening. El Cuyo is very tranquil, quiet, and lovely, but one of the few bars is La Terracita, which had some affordable food and drinks. We also checked out La Habana. Honestly, it looked really cool from the outside, but I didn't love it. The menu was super limited and the portions were small for the price, and they also double charged us for the drinks. When we told the staff about it, they weren't very helpful, so honestly, I wouldn't recommend this one. We were in El Cuyo for New Year's, and watching the fireworks from the pier was magical. But aside from that, nightlife is definitely on the quiet side, which has its own charm too. All in all, El Cuyo is the kind of place that fills you up with good vibes and delicious food. It's a perfect destination for those who truly love nature and want to eat some great things. The only thing I didn't enjoy was the number of stray dogs everywhere. It was honestly really sad seeing them, but aside from that, it's such a peaceful, beautiful town that makes you slow down and appreciate your surroundings. I hope this video gives you a good idea of what to expect, and if you're looking for more things to do near El Cuyo, check out my video, where we took a day trip to Tizmin to visit a cenote. Thank you so much for watching.